Okay, so let's go. Go to tartar sauce. Okay, one of the things that I always want to have when I come to Tartarus is I always want to have a goal. So our goal tonight will be to get to the highest point we can, just by running through, because, well, you'll see in a second why I want to do that. And also we want to get up to level 4. It's unrealistic to try to get higher level than that, because we'll get tired very quickly at this point in the game. We also want to get a certain amount of money, which probably won't be a problem. And we also want to be showing off as many enemies as we can, and we want to get a certain persona. So, it seems like a tall order, but it'd be relatively easy to do. So, let's check how much experience we need. Now, to get the experience I need, I'm going to be basically avoiding small groups of enemies that aren't very useful. But I'll try to show off at least every enemy, even if I just run away from them afterwards. So, basically, I want to be efficient at the beginning of the game, because the beginning of the game is actually quite difficult on hard. As you can see, they need about 20 more experience than we do. Or probably, like, closer to 30. So, it's going to be more difficult for them to level up. So, yeah. But, I'll be showing which enemies are best to fight against, if you want to be maxing that out. But there is specific things we want to get before we really start doing that. So. The first thing we need to remember is that this place is random. It'll always be different every time we go into it. Every time we come during the day. Oh, okay. Must be a boss or something. Okay. Now, bosses will be dispersed into the tower. Okay, so there's an enemy ahead. The enemy group sizes are kind of indicated by the size of the enemy on the overworld map, so that's a pretty good indication. This one looks like a fairly good sized group. Let's look at it. Alright, this isn't a very useful group.
3 enemies detected.
Normally I would avoid this. But we do have a new enemy here. As you can see, it thinks we haven't scanned these that we have. We know that these are weak to fire. We've seen them before, but let's scan them in this guy.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze.
Something we want to do to make sure that we scan them is we want to assign them this target, so that they won't do anything. So let's attack this guy.
This thing won't give up.
As you can see, Junpei is much stronger than we are. Alright. Well, let's make sure to turn off the that first. If we look at the order, we want to kill that thing first because the enemy will go fourth. And that one's going to go second. So let's go ahead and hit him with a fire. And hopefully the scan will go through.
Nice. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze.
I don't know why that didn't work. Everybody stand by.
All right.
Alright.
It seems to have multiple.
Alright,
weaknesses.
it's strong to fire. And you never want to be using an elemental attack on something you don't actually know its weakness to. But as you can see, it's weak to 2 other things. Also, you notice it's level 3 and has a Priestess Arcana, which certain things affect. It doesn't have very many hit points or SP, but they're relatively easy to beat once we get the attacks that it's weak to, which we don't have right now.
One enemy remains.
It should be pretty easy to beat, regardless. As long as we, yeah. This isn't going to be difficult. Yeah, got it.
That was a close one.
And a shuffle time. Oh, we didn't get that, but let's go for the branch. The branch will sometimes give experience, or other times a stat boost. This gives us experience, so that's great. 8 experience, pretty good total. What we want to look for is things that give us 7 to 10 experience, based on whether we get the branch or not. Often we won't get the branches because we don't have a lot of enemies' weaknesses right now, since we only have fire attacks. Obviously we want treasure. Oh, and we should have Yukari heal us because we're almost dead. It's the only thing she can do right now anyway. Oh, run away. We don't want to get caught. It can kill us in one round. If we go up on these little plateau things, the enemies will turn around. Because they can't get up there. Alright, what do you guys? Alright, just two cowardly miners. So we're actually going to run away. Running away is not 100%, but when you get a preemptive strike, it is. So when you're running away from enemies that are not worthwhile to fight because they don't give enough experience and they'll get us tired quicker. I'll be editing out random battles that aren't worth showing from now on, but I'll try to show most of the interesting ones. But I'll always cut it out if I run away.
Enemies detected.
Okay, this is actually one of my preferred enemies to fight here, the Merciless Maya.
I'll attempt
it's
to analyze
quite dangerous right now because we don't have its weakness, which we'll see in a second. But Junpei is quite capable of killing one of these in one hit, so it's not that dangerous. So let's assign him this target.
Alright, fine.
Assign her this target.
Alright.
We'll take him out.
Please hit!
Oh.
Jeez, that one's fast!
88% my ass.
Iori has defeated an enemy.
Scan go through?
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy. Yes, excellent attack.
Oh, he's just gonna kill it. Oh well. We'll get it scanned again. No shuffle time, but as you can see, they're worth 7 experience, which is quite a bit at this point in the game. It should only take a couple of those for us to level up, so. But, as you can see, I use this trick quite extensively because I don't feel like waiting for them to turn around normally. I don't see any reason to do that. But oftentimes I'll just give up and start walking away. Like this. Okay, here we can see the stairs. Let's just go up. The lower level enemies are more likely to be seen on the lower floors. Now all the enemy groups here are pretty much the same. So it's not a big deal. Up until a certain point, all the enemies will be the same. So here's another group. So I'm not going to miss anything by not going for the lower level ones. That was just a group of 2 merciless tiaras, or whatever tiaras. They're not worth fighting, they're not worth a lot of experience, and we don't have their weakness, so we can't kill them quickly. Okay, this is kind of a tough one to get at. There's really only one more new enemy we need to show here, so. You'll still see me. Angle of the way they're facing is important. Let's see if we can get at them this time, this way. Same group as before. Not worth fighting. Okay, here's more stairs. Oh. Okay, looks like she's bad at scanning. Now one of the things we can do is, oh, there's the access point and another enemy. Is you can run through the areas, the floors, looking for treasure chests. Okay, here we go.
2 enemies detected. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze.
Now this is actually hard to get scanned because of Junpei killing them. So just assign them this target.
All right.
And then I'll attack.
Please hit! This thing won't give up!
Dead. Oh, he missed. Okay.
The enemy's weakness.
But as you
is
can see,
fire.
these things are level 4, so they're actually stronger than the other enemies. Actually stronger than us at this point. More hit points. And they have weakness to fire, though, so they're not actually dangerous. As you can see, they're the Magician Arcana, Magic Hands. They're actually quite strong. And, we can take care of them.
Yes, excellent attack. Get him!
Easy peasy.
You have the potential to grow even stronger.
Here we go. And they have a chance of dropping the persona I want, so. One, which mitigates the fact that they're not actually worth that much experience, as you can see. Not too bad, but not actually a waste of time, either. Here, another group. Okay. Not quite the favorite group, but a decent enough group.
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
You kill this guy.
Alright, fine.
And
Alright.
ah, crap.
Please hit! I couldn't defeat it.
Oh no.
Here we go. Time to shake
Don't kill the other one. Okay, good. That guy's dodging like crazy. Why is it not working?
Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the
What
enemy.
order are we going in? Yeah, we still got a pretty good shot at taking these out.
Yes, excellent attack. Just what?
He's gonna kill it. Looks like we're never gonna get these scanned because it keeps going too slow. But as you can see, decent enough experience. Ooh, a Kashido blade. So give that to Junpei. Even though it's better than the weapon we have, it'll be much better used by him. As you can see, crit rate up low. He's got a higher crit rate, I think, anyway. So yeah, we also don't want to use those two-handed swords right now because they have a lower hit rate, and we kind of need our hit rate to be as high as possible. He doesn't matter. His doesn't matter that much. Also because he can only use two-handed swords anyway. That looks like a small group. Let's go this way. Oh, here's the stairs. Ooh, a different floor. 3 shadows. Okay, this is the boss floor. We're not ready to take out the boss. We would not live. So, as you can see, they're over here. Oh, she's talking about this in French. Excusez-moi. This is, well, we'll talk about that in a second. Okay, as you can see, up ahead, there's like some birds. We don't want to fight them right now. Alright. This looks like the thing at the beginning. It is, in fact, a two-way teleporter. So now we can go back to the beginning without any problem. And we can actually teleport back up to the 5th floor. So that's really good. This is a shortcut straight to the boss, which is its intended purpose. And, as you can see, when we come back down, we're all healed to full. And I don't see any reason not to save right now, so I'm going to do that. Alright, let's go see if we can get that enemy scanned in that persona. How close are we to leveling up? 2 experience. And they're probably got like, what, 29 or something? They both have the same total. 26, okay. Pretty close. So, we're basically going to keep going until we get tired. Alright. Now, one of the things you can do, as I was saying, you can run through the level getting treasures, and then going to the teleporter at the end, and then repeating, because they reset every time you go in. That's just a little group. I'm not going to fight there. There's a bigger group. Bigger group of useless crap. Now these are actually really good for fighting things, because these little hills. Because as I said before, they'll stop chasing you when you go up one, so it's easy to get them turned around. Okay.
3 enemies detected. Strike. Roger. I'll attempt to analyze the enemy.
Again. Assign Junpei to this one.
Alright, fine.
Assign you to this one.
Alright.
I'm not gonna bother bashing.
Yeah! This thing won't give up!
Dead.
2 left.
Alright, it should still be scanning it, so.
One
There we
more.
go.
It seems to have multiple.
Alright, the Merciless Maya. Priestess Arcana, just like the Tiaras. Level 3, 50 hit points, which doesn't really matter at this point. And 3 weaknesses, but the only element we have at the moment is the one it's strong to.
I'm gonna try something. This thing won't give up!
As you can see, that was not a good idea. Junpei is extremely strong to fire attacks. And no shuffle time. But we level up. And as you can see, good experience from those. Cool. Now the zone is up to level 4. Which we really can't do at this point. Orcus is leveled up. Magic. Good. Magic's a good stat for him. Again, well, we were probably not going to get him up to level 6 to get the skill, so. So I wouldn't worry about that, guys. Ooh, treasure. Watch this. See how he turns around? And you can get him. This is actually a good group to fight. Ooh, a medicine. Good. No shuffle time, though. It's good 7 experience. Let's just go up. There's no reason to go all the way over there. Now, while you have your full party, before you get tired and stuff, you don't want to, like... You don't want to do things by yourself, because you can't do follow-up attacks, or... No, not follow-up attacks, all-out attacks, things like that, so... It's quite important to keep your party members up while you're doing something. So you want to be, if you want to run through the levels looking for treasure, you want to have your party members with you. Just in case there's an enemy you want to avoid. So if, for instance, I wanted to do that right now, I would want to do it at this moment instead of later. Okay, there's another treasure chest. Or treasure case. However you want to do it. And Amy.
Who's the man?
Okay, here we get the shuffle time for a chance at the Tartarus persona. So let's get it. It's this one. This is actually what we're looking for. It's a very good persona right now. It's got a nice attack, and it unlocks something that we really want. So, and 7 experience, which is good. Good thing to fight.
Yes! My skill level has increased!
Da-da-da-da! Junpei is leveled
And
up!
treasure! High-tech sandals! Sweet! Let's get some high-tech sandals equipped. For our engineer boots. Ooh, evade wind. We don't want to use that. We want to give that to Junpei, because that's his weakness. We can mitigate our weakness by switching our persona. He cannot, so... You always want to try to cover people's weaknesses. And as you can see, it raises our evade skill by quite a bit, so... Excellent. So we've succeeded in all our goals so far. But we're still not tired yet, so we're going to keep going. But what I want to do is I want to go back to the beginning and save, and because it goes back and heal up, and just come back and then keep going. I'll probably cut that out unless something interesting happens. There is another enemy we can meet up with here, but it's extremely rare, and it's not exactly a normal enemy. There's stairs. I'll show me walking back, just in case I run into one of those. But let me know how you feel about me cutting out random battles and stuff. I could just splice them all together in a montage or something, just basically show what I've been doing. But it seems like one of those tedium things that I'd want to cut out. So let me know how you feel about that. Alright, here I'm just going to demonstrate this because it's basically telling us what we can do here, which is a fusion spell. Because we have both Orpheus and Tartarus, we have unlocked a fusion spell that they both have. And it's Cadenza. Cadenza is a heal that restores 50% of our hit points, which is really good, and raises the evasion of the party. I'm not going to use it, because these enemies aren't worth fighting. But you can use it with either Tartarus or Orpheus equipped. So, that's Scarper. There's no reason to be here. You can see the little sweat beads coming out of that guy's head. That was the distress status effect. Because we surprised him in a higher level than them, that happened. So, okay, let's just go up this way. Ooh, treasure chest. It's just a normal one. Another Kashido blade. Now, I attacked that enemy because it was turning around. You never want to turn your back on an enemy. Alright, so let's check on that Kashido blade, see if it's better. And I might equip it if it's good. Oh, okay, it's the same thing Junpei has. So let's use this. Significantly better than what we have. So let's go back and save and stuff. Now, just as a quick aside, one of the reasons I'm saving every time I go down there is because it's very easy to die if you get careless or something. There's a couple more game mechanics I want to show here too before I stop showing things. One of them is actually one of the utilities of switching personas. So let's look for a big group of enemies that would be worth doing that with. Maybe this one. Nope. Here, and a treasure chest. As you can see, the Kashido blade has a different range than the one-handed sword we had before. So. Okay, this guy doesn't want to turn around. Let's walk forward a little bit. There we go. Get him farther away. And again, not really worth fighting. A Potter Gem that cures some status effects. It's like a remedy or something. There's kind of a specific enemy group I'm looking for to show that off. But, yeah. Also, there's a mechanic that I probably won't go over because I hardly ever use it, which is the rush thing. I'll show it when I get into a battle. What it is, but I typically don't use it because it's too dangerous on most enemies, especially playing on hard. On normal, it's okay to use, and I don't know about easy. But especially when you're fighting lower level enemies or something, it's okay. Oops, they saw us. Alright, so we're fighting them. Let's just go a different way. Yeah, sometimes the fact that these things have random layouts is really annoying. Other times it's cool. Not seeing that group I want to show. I don't know. Okay, maybe this one is. Nope. Yeah. Alright. Whoa! Almost got me. Not having much luck with this. Oh, there we go! There's one of the, special enemies. Oh, we missed him. They run away, and, if they get a certain distance away, they disappear like that. I'll just tell you, those enemies have a special drop that's worth a lot of money if you sell it. There's also a mission to fight them later, but we'll get into the missions and stuff when they're available. Maybe I don't even get to show it. Alright, well, let's at least show this. Okay, we already know that all these enemies are strong to fire.
It seems to have multiple weaknesses.
But both of them are also
weak
to ice. The smothering tiara and the thing.
3 enemies remain.
Tartarus, persona we have switched to. As you can see, we can press the square button and get her status. Has a Bufu attack. So, let's switch to her. You can only do that once per battle, so keep that in mind. So if one of these enemies was weak to fire, we'd want to use a fire attack first and then switch personas while we have the ability to do something else. And as you can see, we still have the ability to do cadenza. Alright. As you see, in the corner there's that little triangle rush option. What that will do is basically fast forward the battle with us automatically auto-attacking, and then the enemies attacking us in turn. Not necessarily a good thing to do, especially later in the game. Ooh. That was bad. See there? He got a combo attack. They're basically like mini crits. It's very good. He gets them a lot.
You have the potential to grow even
stronger.
stronger.
Take care of that. And we got a shuffle time. So here we'll be going for the branch, of course. See if we get experience. And we did. 8 experience. Great. Now I expect people to be getting tired soon. So, ooh, another Kishido blade. Yukari can't use it, so let's see if it's any better than the one we have. That was crit right up low. That's the same. Some of them have HP up. Or is that a different sword? I don't remember. Okay. Well, I guess we're teleporting back to the beginning. No reason not to. And it says that every time we go up. And they actually say something else when we talk to them. Yeah, we should. But nothing important. Alright, since we've basically succeeded in all the goals and done everything I want to do, Once I save the game, I'm going to be cutting this out and just show me, you know, getting tired and leaving, or anything else interesting that happens along the way.
Man.
Okay, as we hear,
Iori is fatigued. Shouldn't you
as
return?
we see here, Junpei got tired, so we'll probably be leaving soon. Because Yukari will get tired soon as well, and so will we.
Enemies detected.
Alright, here's a perfect example of what I was trying to demonstrate earlier. 2 enemies that are weak to ice.
Yes, excellent attack. Nice.
And then above those,
another enemy defeated. Good job.
2 enemies that are weak to fire. As you can see, the ability to switch personas is now blacked out. We can't use that.
Wow, another enemy defeated.
It's a good way of taking out mixed groups of enemies. Easy peasy.
Keep up the good work.
I'm getting kind of
You
tired.
get done, here gets
This
tired.
is not good. Takiba is fatigued.
Oh, and another chance at some more experience. We didn't get much money out of this, but we got enough. And we got a Kashido blade to sell, so that'll be a good amount of money. So I'm gonna keep going until I get tired, and then we'll just be done. Now, normally you don't have to be this selective about fighting enemies. I'm only doing it because it's so early in the game, and this is basically a bonus day.
Three enemies detected. Strike first. There are 2 left.
Nice.
Another enemy defeated. Good job.
Awesome.
You have the potential to grow.
And here we get
Are you
tired.
feeling tired?
Now, because of the basically limited options and limited flexibility, the beginning of the game is actually quite a bit more difficult than the end of the game. Even if you know what you're doing, because you simply don't have the tools sometimes to fight certain things. So, since we're all tired, let's just get out of here. Our party members will just leave. So, once we get down, so we can't keep going even if we wanted to. We can go by ourselves, but that's not a good idea. So let's return to the entrance. And they'll be tired tomorrow and maybe even on Saturday. So we gotta be careful about that. And yeah, so they're gonna leave. And they're not even gonna be here to be available. Yeah. Okay. Now later on when you have more party members, you can just take another group in. But right now we don't have any. So. And the maximum party, by the way, is 4, but we don't have enough. But as you can see, we're at 28 experience from the next level, so we'll have an easy time getting our next goal of level 5 next time. So let's save up and then go back to the dorm.